So with the GTA 5 anniversary coming very soon, we might be closer than ever to Grand Theft Auto 6. And we know that from Strauss Zelnick, who actually appeared on, I'm sure a lot of you already know this, appeared on CNBC, actually talking about when GTA 6 is going to have a possible release date, which we'll be diving in a second. But I want to go over what's the most important thing coming up right now, and that is the GTA 5 anniversary, and that is basically when Insider Test Funds 2 and all the other fans in the community predict that Rockstar Games are going to make some type of announcement for Grand Theft Auto 6, and we're going to be able to see what it's going to look like, what it's going to feature, and the release date of the announcement. So when Rockstar usually particularly put announcements up, they usually do it around October, which is when the anniversary for GTA 5 is just going to be around there shortly after. So honestly, we could probably see an announcement very, very soon, within a couple weeks or so. Rockstar Games would probably announce it like this. This is Rockstar Games. We're working with, and we're working together to put the active development of Grand Theft Auto 6, and we're going to be giving you this release date, and they would give us a release date. That's something that Rockstar Games would probably do. Now, we also know that Rockstar Games haven't been themselves for the future, because lately they haven't really been keeping up to date on, we know the last thing we heard was like a year ago in February that it's an active development and it's well underway. They don't communicate as much as they used to, but now that we know the Grand Theft Auto 5 anniversary is coming, they're going to be probably communicating us with a lot more this week and the upcoming weeks, talking about Grand Theft Auto 6 or talking about a major trailer or announcement. So I honestly see kind of things turning and taking a turn here as they were before in 2013 when GTA 5 got announced. I really do think we'll get the announcement, and then following years later, or maybe even a year later, we'll get some type of trailer showing off the whole game and getting fans excited for us. And this all kind of wraps up with what Strauss Zelnick actually talked about when NCB actually talked to him and tried to explain when is the next Grand Theft Auto game, and shortly trying to explain, is it GTA 6? And once again, Strauss Zelnick is probably the best dodger of questions here. I mean, he has to be. Only Rockstar Games can confirm this, which is basically why he said we haven't confirmed a release date yet. Only Rockstar Games does that. So we gotta be close to some type of reveal. This is what Strauss Zelnick had to say on NBCB News.
You.
Thanks for having me. It's great to be here.
So the overall business, and you said this on the call, your industry has been in recession for 18 months. You had this big boom during COVID when everyone was at home playing video games, and then a big give back. Where are we now?
We're stabilizing. On a year-over-year basis, it looks like consoles up a bit, which is great. Mobile is flat, maybe a little down, maybe coming back. So I would say consistent with my expectations that things would hopefully bottom out in June, July, and we'd begin to see a nice sort of gain as we head into the end of the year. And by calendar 24, we feel like we'll be in a good place. It remains the fastest growing part of the entertainment business. The long-term outlook for the industry is exceedingly positive.
Well, I was going to ask, as it relates to the entertainment business, we've seen so much spending power go toward live shows. Yes. Taylor Swift, Beyonce, they're all on tour. That's what people want right now. Is that coming at the expense of video games?
I think that's right. I think in a time like this, when inflation means that the stuff you need is more expensive, you have to be more selective with your spending, and that's taken a toll on digital entertainment you can consume at home. People are leaving their homes, so rental car companies are doing great, hotels are doing great, live events are doing great.
So where does that settle? You said you're seeing early signs of stabilization. How does that all shake out?
Well, I think if the economy in general comes back, and if we've actually reached close to our limit on interest rates, if inflation is under control, then growth means that consumers will have more to spend and everything will normalize.
But the thing is, people are now worried about recession as the interest rates start to bite.
I think that's right. My own view is we've been in a recession. I think 2 quarters of negative GDP growth constitutes a recession, even though the White House said no last August. I disagree, and I think this has been a recession. And so I think we're in for a soft landing, personally.
It's a pretty nice feeling recession. Hasn't really been that hard, if you're right.
It didn't feel great for us, honestly. I mean, it certainly didn't feel great for our industry. I mean, it was the first time the mobile business was down in its history. And you're right, Sarah, we did enjoy this big growth during the pandemic, and obviously it's a terribly tragic time. It did benefit industries like ours. I did say during the pandemic that we expected post-pandemic demand would be greater than 2019, but lower than what happened during the pandemic. And that has turned out to be the case. but it was probably a little rougher than we expected.
So if we're in a period of, say, peak travel, and people are going to be home more on a relative basis, and filmed entertainment production goes to zero for a while, does that benefit gaming in the coming 24 months, 12 months?
I mean, we never want to benefit from other people's hardships, but yes, I think so. Yeah. I think we're well positioned. And that's without regard to the strike.
Strauss, I mean, a lot of your investors, at least when I talk to them, they want, when's the ship date for Grand Theft Auto? That's the first question. So when is it?
So we leave the announcements about upcoming titles to our labels. And we have said we have a very robust pipeline of titles, and we have a great outlook for fiscal 25, where we've reiterated our belief that we'll generate about $8 billion in net bookings and over $1 billion in adjusted operating cash. So pretty exciting time, but we haven't spoken about the specific release schedule. And we have titles coming from all of our labels, including great releases, we hope, coming from Zynga.
But
mobile.
when it comes to GTA, there's a belief, I think, that it's had materially higher development costs, and so there's some question as to profitability ultimately when you do ship. How do you answer that?
The Grand Theft Auto franchise is perhaps the most profitable franchise in the history of entertainment. We focus on costs, of course. We have a three-part strategy: be the most creative, be the most innovative, be the most efficient. So we're not cavalier about costs. However, undoubtedly, a title like Grand Theft Auto will always be highly profitable.
You guys can see there, he was probably the easiest going target here. Everybody kept on saying, when's the next Grand Theft Auto coming out? Highly expectations of 2025 and 2024, of course. Is that what he said? So the highly expectations of that is that the booking of revenue is going up $8 billion. And we talked about that in a previous video, saying that could be great news. And obviously the only thing that's in the books right now is something other than Zynga with the mobile games of like Borderlands and all the other things. He actually had to go on to talk about the gaming development company and the campaign. Well, they also mentioned Grand Theft Auto 6, and that could be the highly expectation year of 2024 and 2025 is when they're going to have the biggest revenue booking, which is basically money-wise. So Rockstar Games would have almost $8 billion by 2024 and 2025 as of losing that much money at the time when COVID actually first hit, and all the employees were working from home and wasn't able to focus on video games. And at the time, we always thought that was bad news because we're like, oh no, is Grand Theft Auto 6 going to come out just because of Rockstar Games working at home and not having access to all their computer technology that they do in the main office? Well, according to that, there was nothing that messed up, so that was great news, of course. But there is fiscal year of 2024 and 2025 is the highly anticipated release date of Grand Theft Auto 6 and reveal. That's why we can see a trailer, hopefully, on the GTA 5 anniversary. So that's the biggest thing right now. So the biggest thing in development right now is Grand Theft Auto 6, and it's going to be spent on $8 billion, which is going to be the biggest game that Rockstar Games have developed. So the real question is here, when is Grand Theft Auto 6 going to come out? Well, we think it's going to be sometime of 2024 of October or October 2025. 5 years when the release date could be, but we'll get an announcement and trailer sometime in a couple weeks. So keep an eye on that. I'll definitely keep you guys updated if Rockstar Games do give us in more information. But anyway, guys, that is all the information I got for you guys on this video today. If you guys did enjoy, don't forget to like and subscribe for more daily awesome videos, such as GTA 5 videos, all the upcoming GTA 6 and Rockstar Games videos that I'll be doing on my channel. Subscribe for more of those. And of course, I'd love to hear from you guys in the comments down below. Everything we discussed about GTA 6, talking about the release date and when we could have the high expectations, you guys let me know in the comments down below. Love to hear from you guys down there. But like I said, guys, thanks for watching. Hope you guys did enjoy, and I'll see you guys all later on the next video.